Can you replace the double crochet clusters in a corner in a classic granny square with spike stitches? Let's find out. We're going to start with a traditional granny square. So we're going to start by chaining 4, 2, 3, and 4. And we're going into the first chain and we're slip stitching to form a ring. If you like to do magic rings when you start your granny squares, you can of course do that, but for this project it might be an advantage to do it this way. We will look into that in round 2. We're going to chain 3, 1, 2, and 3. That will count as a double crochet. And we're going to yarn over and go into the ring, and we're going to place 2 double crochets next to the first one. So that will give us a cluster of 3 double crochets. And for this granny square, like that, the corners will be a chain 2. We're going to do that 3 more times until we have a total of 4 clusters with 3 double crochets in each and 4 corners with chain 2s. I am finishing off round 1 by slip stitching into my 3rd chain from the beginning, and I'm going to fasten off and bring in a new color. For round 2, we're going to start in a corner, so you can continue with your yarn color or you can do a color change. I have a slip knot on my hook. I'm going to put in a standing stitch. So the first stitch will just be a regular double crochet in the chain 2 space. So do that any way you prefer, like that. And then we're already starting on the spike stitches. So we're going to yarn over and we're going to build a spike stitch into the foundation ring down here. So that's why I did not recommend the magic ring. So yarn over, go into the ring, grab the yarn from the back, come up, pull up a little bit, not too high, yarn over, go through 2, and yarn over, go through 2. Pull everything a little bit to the side, and remember we're still working in the chain 2 space. So yarn over and put in 1 double crochet in that chain 2 space. This is kind of the only tricky part. Pull things a little bit to the side so you can see where you're working. We're going to create a corner. We're going to chain 2, 1 and 2. Put in 1 double crochet in that chain space. And then we're going to do a spike stitch again. So yarn over into the foundation ring, grab the yarn from the back, come up, pull a little bit, not too high, not too low, yarn over, go through 2, yarn over, go through 2. And then we are going to end this corner, again pulling everything, working in the chain 2 space, put in 1 double crochet. If you want some more details about how to find the right height for your spike stitch, I did a video on that and I will link to it in the description. Of course, you can not do the color change if you prefer not to. I have some images here of other ways I like to do the colors for this project. As you can see, I have one with only 2 colors alternating and one with multiple colors. That is really up to you. For the next 3 corners, we're just going to repeat what we just did over here. I am ending this round by slip stitching into the top of the first stitch that I did, so that would be a chain 3. Let's do a 3rd round and see how we work the sides. I'm starting the 3rd round in the corner again. Technically you can start in one of the spaces between the corners, but I think for now we're just starting over in the corner. The corner is a repeat of what we just did before. Let's have a good look at where to place that spike stitch. So it's actually a little easier to see now because we have the pink yarn down here. And just pull a little bit to the sides and you can tell that it's right there. I'm yarning over and I'm going in, making sure I'm not interfering with any of the other stitches. Yarning over 2 times to finish that stitch and then 1 double crochet just as before. So the reason why I'm doing this video is actually because someone had a comment on one of my other videos with spike stitches about how to do it in the corners. So I thought that would be a really good idea. So if you have any comments or questions as well, just let me know and we can have a look at it. Doing my spike stitch again, coming up And then we're doing the last double crochet before the side, like that. And that gives us the corner. Then we're going to work in this space between the corners. We're going in, yarning over, putting in 1 double crochet. And then we're going to use, we have 3 double crochets down here, and we're going to use the second one, so the centered one. So yarn over, go into that top stitch, and put in that spike stitch. Remember not to pull the loop all the way up to the other stitch, because we still need to finish this stitch. Yarn over into the chain space, no top stitches, just a chain space. Well, it's not really chain space, but just into the space next to it. And now you have a spike stitch cluster also sitting over here, and then you just move over to the corner and continue over there. I'm ending the 3rd round by slip stitching in the top stitch of the first double crochet or your chain 3. Now you know how to make the spike stitches both in the corners and on the sides, and you're ready to start your own project. I would really love to hear how you would do the color combination. Would you do 2 colors? Would you do multiple colors? Any favorite colors for this kind of project? I would love to hear about that. So please leave a comment below if you feel like sharing. That was all for today. I'll see you in the next video.